Hi, it's Dave from the Andean Medical Mission. Just come back from a trip from Guayra Marin in north of Bolivia on the border with Brazil, and I wanted to share a story with you which is just lovely, about a little girl that we were able to help. So this little girl is 10 years old. She came to us completely blind with cataract. She was born blind. She has quite a lot of nystagmus, which is a sort of a wobbling of her eye, and she also has learning difficulties, so it's a really hard case. And the thing about it is she shouldn't really get an amazing result because she's 10, and that's very, very late to be doing a cataract operation. But you know, we're really her only chance. The family are very humble. They don't have a lot of money, and no one else has been to this town to do what we can do. We have an excellent surgeon, we have incredibly good equipment, and we spoke as a team. But Jeremy, our consultant, who has vast experience of operating all over the world and also experience of operating with children, made the call, and we decided that we would do one eye and see how it went. Now, we shouldn't get an amazing result. All of the literature, all the textbooks tell you at 10 it's a bit late. She's already got nystagmus, which is a bad sign, and she has learning difficulties. How much of a result are we going to get? And I'll cut to the chase. A very good operation, no complications, excellent surgery all round from the team, so that was amazing, thank you. And I've just come back from following up this little girl. I knew that she could see more, because on day 1 and day 2 and day 3, and we followed her up, of course, after her operating, and Mum was noticing little changes. The little girl was able to navigate around the house. She was playing more, she seemed more content. And I've just done a follow-up now, 1 month later, and the result is amazing. And I'm just so happy. First of all, I don't know exactly what her vision is. It's very difficult to do a visual acuity on someone who doesn't recognize things. You know, if you show them numbers or pictures, these are all new things for this girl to learn. So she doesn't really understand. If you show her a picture of of a cake or a tree or a clock, and you ask her, can she see it? She can see it, but you know, how much detail can she see, and what does she understand what she's seeing? It's very hard to gauge, but definitely she can see better. And I know this because she skipped in to the consulting room. She walked in, she had a big smile on her face. You know, the last time I had seen her, I literally carried her onto the operating table. She was anesthetized, she was fast asleep. We put her onto the operating table, and we were connecting all things up to her, and that's the last time really that I saw her. And what a change. And I want to give you a little history about her life so far had been so difficult. She was born blind with cataract, and her real mum didn't feel that she could cope, and not judging what her reasons were, but she left her daughter in the market. She knew that presumably there would be people there who would not just leave the baby. So family picked her up, adopted her, and love her, and they are just amazing parents. They're so concerned for her, they're so gentle, they're so careful for her, and they help her with everything they can. But it's difficult, isn't it? You can imagine trying to bring up a blind baby who has a lot of learning difficulties. But you know, part of that is her blindness. How do you learn if you're blind? It's difficult, isn't it? By touch and hear and feel and things like that. But if you can see, well, then everything is, I'm guessing here, but it must be so much easier. So anyway, when she came in, big smile on her face, skipping in, she recognized, or she knew who I was. She navigated in round obstacles, sat on the chair straight away, and I would never have said she had learning difficulties just looking at her. And I think that there's a huge difference in her outcome now for the rest of her life, the opportunities that she will have. Mum wants to put her into school. They never considered that was even a possibility before. And so they're going to put her in school. She's got friends and parties and things that she's planning. She may learn to read, and there's a whole world now open for her because we were there, because we turned up, at Guayara Marine when no one else had. Because we had, as an organization, the equipment, and we have just amazing surgeons that volunteer every year to come. We have amazing companies that donate equipment to us, very, very generous, with medicines, instruments, lenses, all sorts of things that we need. And we have people all over the world, but massively in the UK, who support us and who make donations to us. We get grants from various organizations, but it's all of that combined, all of those people and their generosity that has made this happen. And well, I can't thank you enough. Me personally, from Andean Medical Mission's point of view, but I'm thanking you on behalf of the parents and on behalf of this little girl who they're just delighted. You've changed the world for them. You really have, and I wanted to thank you. So that's my little update, a lovely story, and I hope that we can continue to count on your support so that we can find more people like this, more children, more adults, and be of help to them as well. So thank you.